Hey guys, honey's right there. Okay, so I'm starting a new situation. I'm going to try to start a new situation every week where I show you the things that I thrifted in the thrift haul from week before and what I did with them. So I just finished pricing everything. There's a couple things I don't have to do anything to. I'll show you those two things first. I have this little brass planter. I think I got it for $2. I'm marking it $6 in the booth. This little, what looks like a spittoon, but it could be a planter. Paid $2 for this. I'm marking it $6 in the booth. And this is something I've had in my kitchen forever, that now that we have a new kitchen, I'm going to get rid of it. And I put $4 on it because this is probably about 20 years old. So I've got my money's worth out of that.
Hey, it's vintage.
It's vintage. There you go. Okay. So I purchased this little tin. I think I paid $2 for it. I painted it green. I used a white wax on it. And what did I mark it at? $8. It's a good size tin. All right. I picked up this little garden pitcher. It's also something that looks like it would be a planter. And I marked this $5. I paid $2 for it. So, it just depends on the item. Sometimes you can pay $2 for it and you can get more for it, but that particular item, I don't think so. All right. Paid $5. This may have been 50% off. I may have got this for $2.50, but even if I paid $5 for it, I think it turned out really cool. So I wanted to give it kind of that stone appearance to it. And so I painted that up. I put the birds on it. And it is a recipe box, but it could also be used to store tea. And I have this marked $15. This is something I thrifted a long time ago, and I had even painted it a long time ago. I just finally got to distressing it. So this sits on the back of your toilet, and you put your potpourri spray stuff or whatever. What do they call it? Poo-pourri?
Potpourri.
No, it's poo-poo, because you spray it after you poo-poo.
Oh yeah, potpourri.
And then you put your toilet paper rolls or whatever. I marked this $15. I'm pretty sure I paid $5 for this. So yeah, I even painted the other side. All right. Now I had a whole bunch of candlesticks in my stash. This was a single, and it was brown. So I painted, distressed it, and white waxed it, and I marked this one 8. This was another single, and I did the same thing with this one, and I marked it 8. And then I had a pair. Thank you. So I had this pair, and I also did them in blue, and I marked this one 8 and this one 6. And then I had these two. Ugh, love these. I marked this one 10 and this one 8. Candlesticks are fun. I have a haul of stuff back there and on the floor and some in the truck. So we're going to be doing a haul video pretty soon. And I have my honey committed to doing thrifting with me on Saturdays.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
So yeah, that's going to be new too. So that'll be separate. My thrift hauls that I do.
You know what the great part about that is?
What?
Is that I am going to require a breakfast burrito before we leave.
He doesn't even eat breakfast.
I will if we're leaving that early.
But anyway, so I will have a haul video of what I haul on Tuesdays and throughout the week on my own. And then when he goes with me, we'll do a separate thrift haul with what we get when we're together. So that should be 2 thrift hauls a week. Now that we have 2 booths, we're going to have to be thrifting a lot.
Oh, it's all the time.
So I picked up this, you may remember, this was a brown little tray, and it had the little handles on it already. So I painted it white. I put the rooster on it. I think I paid $3 for this, and I marked this 15. This, I don't even know what this was, but I'm going to assume it was like a tray. And this is how I painted it up, and I stenciled gather on it. And I marked this $12. And the funny thing is it has a sentiment on it. To the wingers, with love, Linda. Too funny. And then I had this Lazy Susan. And I painted and distressed that. It very swivels very well. And I put this transfer on it. Thought that was kind of cool. I marked this 15. Oh, no, I marked this 25. Because what I didn't think about when I was doing it was that transfer actually cost $15. So that probably wasn't the best option to put it on a small item because I didn't really get, we didn't really get our money back out of it. But
it doesn't matter.
Well, it sort of does. I learned. I learned from it.
It's about, the love of the game.
All right. So I had this crate out in my studio. It's just a plain old crate you pick up at Michael's. I stenciled Mercantile on it. It had just been sitting out there and I wasn't using it, and I marked it $6. Sometimes you have just like stuff laying around that's just no purpose to it. It's just like, get rid of it. Okay. Don't worry, I'm coming back. Hey, could you check on those in the oven? Okay, so a couple people had said they were anxious to see what I did with this box, this little window box. And I put those appliques on it. I stenciled seeds, stems, and blooms. And then here it says Fresh Flower Market. And hopefully somebody will fill that with little flower arrangement. Then I have this jug. And this jug I had bought, he's laughing at me. Because I set that over there and it was teetering. But I knew it wasn't going to fall, but he moved it. Anyway, so this jug, I got this big basket full of glass items from this lady for $5. And it had like jars and all kinds of stuff, and it had this one jug in it. And I really just wanted to kind of mess around with it. And I used DIY The Darkest Dark and Decrepit, and this one is it's the gray, old and gray. So anyway, I just kind of played with it to make it look aged, and I think it came out pretty cool. So I'd say we didn't even pay $1 for this, but I put $8 on that. So some things, you get more for that you don't have as much in, and sometimes, you have items that you don't get as much for and you have more into them. So it kind of balances out. All right. This may seem odd to you, but I had a bunch of books, altered books that I had done like this. And they're just like a decor book. They're just to lay on your coffee table. They're just like a conversation book. They're not to read. I mean, there's a book in there, but they're not meant for you to read it. But I sold every one that I had done. They're all gone. So I made some more. This one's $10.50. I have this rooster one. It's a little smaller. That one's $8.50. I did this vintage with a dress on it. That one's $8.50. This one says It's Always Tea Time. $8.50. And then I have some larger ones. This one's $12.50. And, hopefully these will sell too. But I figured all the other ones sold, so these should too. This one has love and birds on it. That's $12.50. And these books, this one's also $12.50. I Love You More. And the books cost me $1, but these frames are from Michael's, And then there's some trim and then the words that are on there. So, you know, I may have $3 in this book, and I'm marking them $12.50. All right, last but not least, Honey is going to hold this up. A lot of you have been saying, I can't wait to see that.
So here we go.
It's a rooster chalkboard, and it's even got the place for the little chalk. And yeah, it used to be shocking pink and gross and ugly. And one of you were like, I would buy it even if it was pink. And I was like, no, I'm more likely to sell it if it's not pink. So the investment in this was $5, and this is marked for $35. And I think it's stinking adorable, cute. I would keep it for my own house if I didn't enjoy making money more. So.
And here's the thing, we've got some other things in the projects.
He put ice in the dog bowl earlier, and an ice cube just came flying out.
But we got some other things in the works. We're going to be creating some of things that we're going to call personal, meaning that we're going to create our own stuff.
He got a new tool. And he is super excited. He'll be able to create things out of wood that are like his creations.
Right.
And then I will alter his creations with different paints and stains and stuff like that.
Yeah, and take it from there.
And he is pumped. Last night, I don't know till what time, he was watching videos on different guys teaching him how to do cool stuff with it. So we'll fill you in on what it is later. It's a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
anyway, see, he's so excited he didn't even tell me he wanted to talk to you on the video about it. But
I didn't, and I realized that
you need to shave, or you're a little gray.
I'm just happy on the gray side.
Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to really get involved in this together. You guys have mainly seen me, but now you're going to start seeing him.
Him.
Honey. Bye.